This is my audience.
I bet that everyone in this room has been to a Walmart some point or other. I myself am included. I often find myself going there to find better deals for lower prices because that's what they advertise for. But let me ask you this though. Have you ever taken a look around your community and noticed empty, vacant buildings that used to be your locally owned businesses? Well, I have, and quite frankly, it's quite alarming. Also, have you noticed that Walmart, they systemically depend on the poverty of the economy and the community? Although Walmart claims to provide additional jobs to the community, we often overlook the fact that with the closures of other businesses due to the Walmart, it ultimately doesn't help the community at all. Ever since the introduction of Walmart in the community, it has driven most locally owned businesses out. According to an article by Ethan Wolfman dated January 25, 2016, when a Walmart comes to town, the local economic framework is immediately thrown into turmoil. Many small and regional businesses get trampled by the low prices made possible by the massive economic of scale at this giant retailer. It's nearly impossible to compete. Case in point, a 44-year-old grocery chain in North Carolina saw a 30% drop in sales immediately when a nearby Walmart opened a couple of years ago. According to a Bloomberg News story, whenever the mom and pop supermarket cut prices, the Walmart would match or undercut them. The store finally succumbed to the inevitable last year, closing up entirely. When Walmart's enter small communities and causing all the locally owned businesses to close, what happens when Walmart decides to close too? According to an article in the Financial Post in 2016, Walmart Stores Inc. said that it was pulling the plug on its smallest express store format and closing 269 stores globally, including 154 in the United States, and reconstruction that will affect 16,000 workers. In that same article, testimonies by local community people stated, "I was devastated when I found out we had a pharmacy and a perfectly satisfactory grocery store. Maybe Walmart sold apples for a nickel less," said testimonial Barb Venturi, mayor pro tem for Oriental, with a population of about 900. If you take into account what no longer having a grocery store does to the property values here, it is significantly impact for us. Oriental is hardly alone. Walmart Stores Inc. said on January 15th it would be closing all 102 of its smaller express stores, many in isolated towns, to focus in on superstores and mid-sized neighborhood markets. The move, which will begin by the end of the month, was relatively quick in about face. As recently as 2014, Walmart was touting the solid performance of its smaller stores and announced plans to open an additional 90. Walmart costs jobs. It costs jobs in many ways. It costs jobs locally when it comes to town, and workers lose jobs at competitive firms and competing firms. It costs jobs because globalization leads to decline in the manufacturing jobs in the United States, and Walmart is a large importer of goods. Another alarming issue regarding Walmart stores in the community is that although it does claim to provide jobs to people in need, that they pay lower wages, and on top of that, no health benefits are provided, causing a drain on public benefits. Walmart may say that they help people live better, claims David West, executive director of Puget Soundstage, a non-profit public policy organization that looks at regional economic issues. But this study shows that the communities will be much worse off, with lower wages and less money in the community after a Walmart opens. Indeed, Walmart would not exist without poor people. First, Walmart needs them to work in its stores. Walmart needs people so desperate for employment that they will be willing to go 10 hours without a break, accept wages below the poverty line, and never have a forum to address their grievances. Walmart systemically depends on the poverty communities. As a result, many of them rely on public benefits like Medicaid and Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program to survive, which naturally creates a big drain on government resources in those communities. Now, Walmart just doesn't rely on its poor employees, it also relies on poor customers to buy its cheap product. The average Walmart customer has a household income of less than $40,000 a year, and a sixth are on food stamps. Although the thought of having a Walmart in town is appealing, it is important to also be aware of the impact it has in the communities, in its local economy. It endangers our locally owned and operated shops that make each community unique. Walmart, although it entices new jobs, it's important to emphasize that Walmart, in order to give lower prices, gives employees lower wages, long hours with no health care benefits. Plus, it also causes others to lose jobs too, with the closures of other businesses.
These are the citations and websites that I used for my research.